Why is it that anime characters like Megumi Fushiguro or Sessuro Nagi never quite unlock their full potential? It's frustrating, but in reality, many of us are just like them, stuck behind these mental blocks we don't even notice. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the stories of these anime favorites uncover mindset shifts you can easily apply today to finally unleash your true potential. Now, one of the biggest barriers to reaching our full potential is something we've all faced before: self-doubt, and sometimes it's accompanied by a sacrificial mindset. And these two things are exactly what plagued Megumi throughout Jujutsu Kaisen. See, despite his immense potential, Megumi consistently struggled to see himself clearly. It wasn't that he doubted his competency as a sorcerer, rather he just couldn't envision himself growing beyond his current limits. And even after years of training under Gojo, Megumi still found himself holding back, believing deep down that his role was to sacrifice himself just so others could live. And Gojo himself even pointed this out after the exchange event, highlighting Megumi's tendency to undervalue his own life and abilities. It was only when Megumi finally let go of his limiting mindset, like when he unleashed his domain expansion or during his intense battle against Reggie, that we finally got a glimpse of his true, incredible potential. So what can we learn from Megumi's struggle with his potential? Well, his desire to protect others, especially his sister Sumiki, can be seen as admirable, but not when it causes him to overlook his own growth. That's why it's crucial to recognize and trust your strengths if you truly want to grow in this life. Self-doubt is natural, but it becomes dangerous when it convinces you that your life and potential matter less than others. Megumi's stories reminds us that selflessness is noble, but never at the expense of your own growth and self-belief. Your life isn't an afterthought. It's valuable, worthy, and deserves all of your confidence. But what if your problem isn't self-doubt? What if you have this natural talent but lack the motivation to truly excel? This next character will show you that very problem. Now, if we're not careful, even extraordinary natural talent can go to waste without the right mindset to fuel it. And this is exactly what happens to Sessuro Nagi from Blue Lock. When we first meet him, Nagi is the textbook example of a lazy genius. Despite having incredible soccer skills, he lacks any real passion or ambition. He effortlessly coasts along, relying solely on natural talent without really pushing himself any further. And after achieving his initial goal, which was defeating Isagi, Nagi quickly stagnates and doesn't grow anymore. He simply doesn't see a reason to push beyond his current comfort zone. And as Ego bluntly points out, Nagi's greatest enemy isn't a lack of skill, it's satisfaction. Without a deeper purpose, his immense talent means very little, ultimately causing him to miss out on the Blue Lock U20 team and became locked off. So unless Nagi finds a more meaningful reason to play, his story is going to continue to go down this disappointing path. So what can we learn from Nagi's struggle with his potential? While his extraordinary abilities allowed him to excel initially, his lack of deeper motivation and complacency became significant barriers to his development. That's why it's crucial to find your personal reason, the deeper why behind your actions. This eternal drive helps you push you through setbacks, overcome complacency, and find genuine fulfillment in your own journey. And Nagi's story reminds us that talent might open some doors, but it's your passion and purpose that determine how far you'll truly go. But what if your struggle isn't about confidence or motivation? What if what's holding you back is trying too hard to be someone that you're not? One huge barrier stopping you from reaching your true potential is trying too hard to live up to others' expectations instead of embracing your authentic self. And it's this identity struggle is exactly what Gohan experiences in Dragon Ball. See, unlike most fighters who thrive on battle, Gohan fights out of responsibility, not passion. While other warriors like his father Goku and Vegeta live for the thrill of combat, Gohan only steps onto the battlefield when there's something important at stake, usually protecting his family or saving the Earth. What makes Gohan truly fascinating is that his incredible potential as a fighter doesn't define who he is as a person. He's not just a warrior, he's also a scholar, a husband, and a father, all roles that he deeply values. He consistently chooses to prioritize his academics and family life over endlessly pursuing greater strength, even though his Saiyan heritage suggests otherwise. And this is why, despite briefly surpassing even Goku in strength, Gohan never fully embraces the warrior's path, because it's simply not who he wants to be. So, what can we learn from Gohan's struggle with his potential? While he possesses immense potential as a warrior, Gohan chooses to prioritize his personal values and aspirations. That's why it's essential to identify and prioritize what truly matters to you, whether it's your career, your family, education, or even just personal growth as a whole. Remember, your journey doesn't have to fit these traditional expectations or others' definitions of success. Embracing your authentic self and defining your own path leads to true fulfillment and happiness. Gohan's story serves as a reminder that potential is not solely about achieving greatness in one area, but about finding harmony and fulfillment in all aspects of life. At the end of the day, fulfilling your potential is about embracing who you truly are and who you can become. But maybe you're feeling stuck and unsure where to even start. So if that's you, then check out this video right here where I dive into why truly understanding yourself is the crucial first step towards your success.